I'm Sarah from Cornwall Chamber, and today I'm joined by PFA Research. Today we have the MD, Robert Rush. So, welcome, Robert.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us. So, for anyone that doesn't know about PFA, can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
So PFA research is what our industry would refer to as a full service market research agency.
Okay.
Um, it means we help other organisations take this evidence led approach to improving and taking risk out of their business planning and their marketing strategies.
Okay.
So that can be from they come with a complete blank sheet of paper and say, we have this idea. What's the market? Is it feasible, or what would our potential customers think about this idea? To sometimes they might come along and say, we just need somebody to collect data for us. Can you use your telephone research team to go and collect data for
Okay.
us? So we got a number of different things in the toolbox that we pick and mix as is necessary to deliver
Okay.
projects.
And am I right in saying that you have been with the organisation for quite a long time, maybe as long as I've been alive?
Yeah, thanks very much. That's to show age. Yeah, as a, I was a graduate from not in this industry, but from as an electronics and information engineer
Okay.
in 1991. I graduated and I became this sort of full time job hunter for 6 months until this what was a London-based management consultancy at the time was setting up in Cornwall and looking to set up a research unit, and they advertised for people who could, I guess, had an understanding of telecoms and thought they could speak with and and speak with, I guess, decision makers in industry. And I had and coming from a sort of a techie degree, I could find my way around computers and things, which was
Yeah.
quite useful to me at the time. And so, yeah, I joined the company as a telephone researcher on I think it was the 2nd of January 1992.
Oh.
And I thought I'd do this for a couple of years and then go and get a proper job.
So you didn't really intend to kind of stay that long. So that's a huge testimony to the organisation, the fact that you've kind of stayed so long, and obviously now you're MD.
Hmm.
I think kind of perhaps you say that as quite a blasé thing, but a lot of people do really aspire to become an MD. So that's a huge achievement in itself.
Yeah, I mean, these things are often are never really planned. I
Yeah.
mean, I bought into the company many years later, and now I'm the majority owner of it,
Oh, okay.
and became a director of the company, and almost by default, um, became its managing director. And I've never been, I suppose, completely comfortable with that as a job title, but
Okay.
somebody's got to do it, haven't
Yeah,
they?
this is
So,
true. And what's your favourite part of your role? What do you enjoy the most?
there's always, I think everybody has a kind of a happy place to go to
Hmm.
in the role. And I'm, as a bit of an introvert, if I still like getting my, I guess, stuck in and getting my hands dirty and with a very large spreadsheet and turning, I guess, quantitative data into insights.
Yeah.
And I think I'm quite good at that. Um, but I like the idea. I think the other play, I enjoy the planning part of the business. I enjoy that, I guess, strategizing what the business could be and where it should go, and moving the boxes around.
Yeah.
So the understanding the organizational systems that the business needs to be able to work.
Okay.
Um, so I don't know.
Favorite part? That's good. So I also hear that you're in the process of rebooting a panel. What Cornwall think? Is that right? And could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so many years ago. I mean, it came out of, I don't want to politicize it, but if people remember the concept of big society, it came out of David Cameron's government, I think, and at the time, the previous government had done a lot of residential and consumer surveys to understand what people thought of their communities and their housing and all those sorts of things. and the local authorities used to do those, and they stopped doing them. And I mean, and at the time we thought, well, could we step in and produce something? And we built something called Society Cornwall. We rebranded that after a few years. We felt actually that really wasn't. It could be a little bit more exciting than
Yeah.
that, and we created something called What Cornwall Thinks, and it was, well, actually, we could have something that was accessible to I say to everybody, it's not to everybody, but if people just wanted to go out and understand and say, I just like to go and ask the Cornish population what they thought of, I don't know, last night's television
Yeah.
or potholes in the road or whatever it might be, then we could have a solution for that.
Okay.
Um, Cut a long story short, but we mothballed that project just after COVID, and but with other priorities in the business. But we're just about to relaunch it again, and with some help from good growth funding to really build this panel in a slightly different direction.
Okay.
Um, and it will be an offering to I guess local charities or small businesses or startups that really, because commissioning bespoke market research is expensive.
Yeah.
What we do is expensive, but this would be a solution for that. So that's just getting going. We're hoping next year we will have a few thousand people
Oh
on
wow.
it.
Okay.
Is the idea. So that's quite exciting. We most of what we do is bespoke commissions. It's private to
Yeah.
that. It's commercially confidential to those organisations. So to be able to have something that we own, that's ourselves, and we can go out and talk about. Yeah, we're quite excited
Yeah.
about that
And how
going.
frequently are those panels going to be happening? And how do people get involved if they want to?
Well, I've got nothing right this moment to say
Okay.
go there and sign up, but we
Yeah.
have the systems. We have um, a, a professional panel management system
Okay.
behind it that we're just getting configured.
Okay.
People will be able to join. They'll take surveys. They'll earn points and rewards for taking surveys,
Yeah.
and then from the commercial side, the business community will be able to come and either take a sample of. They might want, I don't know, to interview. They might want to survey 100 people that live in Truro,
Yeah.
or I don't know, whatever it might be.
So
But,
basically, watch this space. Is what you're saying.
it is a bit,
Yeah.
unfortunately. Yeah, this is probably maybe a month too early, I
Well, no, it's
suppose.
good to
But
talk about it before, though, and I'm
yeah,
sure that you'll get a lot of uptake on that.
mm.
Another question that I ask all of our guests for these, and everyone always has something different. Kind of, what does success mean to you? Like, how do you measure that?
Oh, it just has to come down to maybe it's years in the service. I uh, if we feel you're making a difference in some way, I think it's an internalized thing. So I don't. So I'm not motivated by personal wealth or
Yeah.
or money in that sense, but I like to see the business doing well.
Yeah.
I like to see and feel, if I feel and can see there is some security in the business, and that feels like success. We have people that So I've been in the company for 30 odd years. My right hand is, and my operations manager has been in the business for 25 years. We've had people that have left the business and then come back to us many years later. Um, I can point to some people that have, they cut their teeth in their very early years out of school or whatever
Yeah.
and joined us, and now I can see them running departments in large businesses and
Oh wow, that must be
themselves
so rewarding as well.
become head teachers or whatever thing. So
Yeah.
yeah, so you can see success in lots of other ways. So I think putting in place the right values, and I think we have good values in place, and our journey for B Corp is helping us to examine and think about that. That all feels successful. to
Yeah.
me.
So you're in the process of trying to gain B Corp status?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think when I see it last year, we thought, oh, this was a few months. It's
It's
been
a long
tough.
process,
It
isn't
is a
it?
long
Yeah.
process, and there are a few things rather than just chasing the points to get it.
Yeah.
We said, actually, no, let's think about. We want to get that right, and we've implemented an awful lot and um, made changes that feel very, very comfortable. That were things that we've wanted to do for a long, long time, but this has challenged us to
Actually put
do
it
it
into
right.
practice. That's
Yeah,
amazing that you're doing that.
yeah.
I love
So,
that. So
mm.
you do attend a lot of our networking events. So I guess the main thing to say is just kind of we really encourage people to have a chat with you. And obviously it sounds like a maybe quite a simple thing to say, but actually like the power of research and it kind of you need to know that data is extremely important in implementing change and also hearing what people want and also helps to facilitate things that you want to make happen.
Yeah, we talk about it as what research does is it helps you take risk, help to
Yes.
reduce risk. Um, Market research is a management tool in that respect. You know, have a I guess we will have clients come to us and they want the answers and they've almost it's should we shouldn't we. Very often it's it's a confidence in the decision. It's about confidence in the data. It's about just removing some of that risk in the decisions you're going to take. So, I can think of case studies in the past where people have spent a lot of money with us and then potentially changed their plans and saved millions.
Yeah.
I can think of one particular case a long time ago, but where they said, no, as a result of that, um, we made a completely different decision in the business. It was a sort of a global telecoms company that were
Okay.
looking to roll out some services across Europe, and they decided to do it in a different way as a result of that that research. That's a very um, specific example, and
Yeah.
they're not always as profound as that. But it's interesting. I was speaking to somebody at the business fair last week
Oh, okay.
who had now moved on, but he said, "Oh, as a result of that small bit of research we did with you when I was at this company, that completely gave us confidence to change the pricing model of the business." I never heard of that before, and it was nice to get the feedback because it was a few years ago, and it
Wow.
completely it elevated that business into a different direction. So
Oh, that's
it
amazing.
gave them confidence in that case to
Mhm.
press ahead with some ideas
Well,
they've had.
that's what you want, isn't it? That's kind of why you do what you do.
Yeah, it is,
Yeah.
and it's often not like sometimes it's just about just getting some feedback from our customers, make sure things are okay,
Yeah.
and it's not that profound. But
Well, I don't know. Well, I definitely would, like as I said before, recommend anyone having a chat with you because who knows how you could help them. Thank you so much for joining us today. And yeah, be sure to have a chat with Robert at any Cornwall Chamber events.
thank you very much.
Thank you.